I got some news for you today. I've got some incredible news for you today. I'm going to drop that on you here in just a second. A little bit of a shocker, just to be honest, a little bit of a shocker. We're also going to talk about operating systems today. Your operating system, is it updated? It's a question that you got to ask, and we're not talking about your computer, just in case you were wondering. Homie, that ain't how it happening, right? We've also got the Good News Girls. They're going to come join us today, so super excited to spend some time with them. I am currently in Lexington, Kentucky, but we're going to talk about some travels and a big event that's happening this week. All that and more on today's episode of GM3X. Thanks for being here with me. Let's roll. It's time to rise and grind.
Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to eight, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations, because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Monday. That's right. Today is Monday, October 24th, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, October 24th, 2022. And so I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Hey, I'm coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky. That's right, Glenn Lundy. If you don't know me, my name's Glenn Lundy, coming to you live from Lexington, Kentucky, where I just got back from Las Vegas. I just got back from Vegas yesterday. As a matter of fact, yesterday at 2:00, I got back from Las Vegas, spent a little time out there with Dave Meltzer and his crew. We shot a show for Apple TV. You guys will be able to catch that later. Hopefully you'll be able to enjoy that. But just got back from Vegas, and I am getting ready to head out to Georgia. I'm going to be heading down to Georgia for our 800% Elite Retreat that we've got coming up this week. It's going to be incredible. We've got all of our dealers put together from all around the United States of America. We've got all our dealers coming together in our 800% Elite, which is a group where I work with owners and general managers of car dealerships all over North America, including my boys up there in Canada. That's right, we got a couple dealers up there as well. All right, so that is what's up, Darian Sanders. Great to see you, sir. So getting ready to head out to Georgia for that big retreat. Now, last night I was lying. I almost said laying, but I guess it would be lying. Last night I was lying in bed with my wife, Mrs. Leslie Lundy, and we were reviewing our current situation. Like, we were looking at everything, right? We were looking at everything from our kids, what those dynamics are looking like, what those relationships are looking like, the way that we're raising those kids, the way that we're schooling those kids, our responsibilities, obligations, and duties with those kids. So we were reviewing all of that. And then we were also reviewing our business, right? We were looking at 800% Elite Auto. We were looking at where that's at, how that's grown, etc. All of the things, right? And as we were talking through all of those things, we realized, like, man, it has been a lot of work. Like, it has been a crazy amount of work, but at the same time, like, it has happened so fast. The life that we are living right now has happened. I mean, it's just been so quick. Like, it's crazy. Like, for example, we had a thought in 2017. We had a thought late in 2017 to do this morning show called #Rise and Grind. And we started that show in January of 2018. So just a little over 4 years ago was the first episode of #Rise and Grind. And from that led us to many things, including an event called Grow Your Business for God's Sake, right? And then from this event, Grow Your Business for God's Sake, that actually led because the Grow Your Business for God's Sake was it ended up not being a very positive financial endeavor. It sparked the idea for the 800% Elite Automotive Club, which is where I'm going to this event this week, right? Where we're holding our retreat. And so from a thought in late 2017 to a show called #Rise and Grind to an event called Grow Your Business for God's Sake to an idea for the 800% Elite Auto Club. So from morning shows on Facebook to this thing called Breakfast with Champions worldwide, like the whole thing's been a wild ride, man. And it's all happened in 4 years, right? Not to mention the 3 or 4 babies we've had during that period of time as well, right? It's been a wild ride. And now fast forward and we have 11 employees plus my wife and I. We have 11 employees in the company plus my wife and I. We also now have friends in 168 different countries that are listening to the podcast, that are watching our show, that are tuning in on Breakfast with Champions, etc. We have friends in 168 countries now. We are transacting millions of dollars annually between our companies. The revenue levels are multiple 7 figures, which is crazy. And we are honoring, I should say trying our best to always honor, because we're not perfect, but we are doing everything we can to honor God all along the way. Right? Glory to God. And you don't have thoughts that become ideas that grow at the speed that where you've grown. And I mean, our success is not, it's not, they talk about this whole up and down thing where you have really bad times and really good times in entrepreneurship. And like, I can't make that claim. There's some frustrating moments and whatnot, but for the most part, it's just month after month, year after year, it just continues to grow, man. It's crazy. You can only label that as God, as far as I'm concerned. Right? And then all along the way, we've been sticking to our core values. Okay. Some of the things that we want to be true about us as a family, we've been making sure to stick to that all along the way. So when I first quit my job and we decided to go into entrepreneurship, one of the things that we said is that I would be around to eat breakfast and dinner with my kids 250 days a year. Now that still leaves 115 days a year for traveling, which we max that sucker out. But prior to entrepreneurship, I was not able to have breakfast or dinner with my kids. The schedule that I was working did not allow that. Dinner always came out of the microwave later. Breakfast I ate at work, right? So breakfast and dinner with my kids 250 days a year. That's one of the things that we said right out the gate. We're going to build a business where I can eat breakfast and dinner with my family 250 days a year. So we've stuck to that. We've also stuck to this idea of our core values of we will rise every day with intention and purpose. We will continue to evolve into the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be, with the intention of going out to make an impact, a positive impact in other people's lives. And everything that we build will be inclusive. We will do things together, right? These are our 4 core values when we build our company, or as we've built our companies. Rise, evolve, impact together, right? Rise every day with intention, evolve into the best version of ourselves and our business that we can possibly be, make a positive impact in other people's lives, and always be inclusive. We do everything together, right? And then we've also kept our system of the morning 5. This morning I woke up at 3:20 a.m. as I always do, so that I have time to do my morning 5 simple steps to an extraordinary life before I come in and do the show. And my wife, even this morning, for some reason, she woke up. She normally doesn't. And she said, as soon as she woke up, these were the first words out of her mouth. My wife said, "Honey, I love you." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." She goes, "But you're freaking crazy." I said, "Why?" She said, "It is too dang early." I said, "Well, honey, this is the path that we've chosen, right? And this is the system with which I operate." And so all the while sticking to our 250 days a year, breakfast and dinner, our core values, rise, evolve, impact together, our operating system as far as the morning five simple steps to an extraordinary life, right? Every single day. And most importantly, keeping God in the center of all of it. Her and I both have a very clear understanding of where God fits in our lives. And that is above each other, above our children, and in the center of everything that we do and every decision that we make. So I share this with you because these are our systems, right? These are our operating systems. This is what we live by every single day. And so last night we did an audit, which you should always do in your life. As a matter of fact, Monica was talking about it this morning, right? So last night we did an audit. We're looking, right? You want to look at your operating system. Is your operating system still current? Is it up to date? Does it need an upgrade, right? And so we went through and we did an audit last night while we were laying in bed. I personally had 5 full pages of notes, and we're asking the question, right? Where are we at in the business? Are we on target? Are we moving towards our goals? Are we living every moment on purpose? Are we aligned? Is everything's aligned, like between my wife and I? Are we aligned on where we need to go? And we were done. When we were done having this conversation, reviewing all the notes and making sure that we're aligned and making sure that we're on purpose. When we got done with that, my wife quit. Right there in bed last night, my wife quit her job working with me. And we're going to dive into that more here in just a second. But before we do, you know what we got to do on this show. You know we got to do some dancing. Come on now. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So it's time for you to get that body in motion. All right? Listen, for those of you that know and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show. I need you to hit that share button. For real. Do it right now. Hit that share button. What's up, Jeff Moffitt? How you doing? What's up, Gil B. Craft? If you're on Facebook, share this out. If you're on YouTube, share it out. Come on. Hit the share button. Those of you on Clubhouse, right down there at the bottom of the screen, I need you to hit that share button. All right? Darian's dancing in the airport. My boy Darian Sanders dancing in the airport, boy. You're leaving Atlanta right now? That's crazy. I'll be down there later today. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. I see you dancing, Mary Lynn. I see you, Dora Maria. I see Ramon's in the building. What's up, Christina? Scott Simons, great to see you. David Hill is in the building. A day. I'm glad you're here. Renee, that's right, girl. Get it. Justin's in the building. Stars Tina, Larissa, and Megan. I'm glad you're here. Rich Pintrick is in the building. Ella Matheson, River Scott is up in here. Gail B. Craft, Kimberly is in the building. How you doing, Arpit? How you doing, Melvin? I'm glad you're here. Ella is here, and Fiona, and Peter, and Pauline, and Trisha. Kim Fair is in the building. Nisa and Travis. Don Sankey is up in here this morning. Howdy there, Josh. Oh, glad you're here, sir. What's up, Ryan Gallagher? How you doing, Burns Linnell? Hey, I'm not messing with y'all today. Hit the share button on Facebook and on YouTube. Today's an important and powerful episode, so please do me a huge favor. All right, do me a huge favor. Share it out. I would greatly appreciate it. What's up, Gloria Bond? Ella Matheson is in the building. Scott Veronica is up in here. Damie Rock is in the building. What's up, Wendy? How you doing, Karen and Renee? I see Williams up in here. Megana is in the building. Sharon and Kiji and Pamela and Natasha. What's up, Annette with the CBC? Bobby and Mac are in the building. Dr. Tanjay, Mindy's up in here. Berlin and Linnell. Scott Simons, see you in a couple days, sir. Let's go. Gloria Bond is doing the happy dance. Sean Weatherby, Jeremy Courtney. Where's Jeremy Nolling? Y'all see Jeremy Nolling in here today? I don't know if I see him. What's up, Vicky Everett? How you doing, Dashika Hill? That's right. We're listening to this one now. We're going to listen to The Sun Will Rise later. How's that sound? My boy Darian. What's up, Jackie? I see you, girl. Dashika and Felicia. Mighty Mel is in the building. What's up, Judy? How you doing, Tanya? Tina Kelly Overfelt. Russell's up in here. The Mother Funda. Liza. Yeah. Check it out. Let's go. All right. We got to get to it. Powerful episode right here. Thanks for being here with me. GM3X. Let's hand it over to the Good News Girls, and then we'll come right back. I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. It's pretty wild, quite shocking, and super powerful. What's up, Russell Tabone? Let's go.
We're going to talk about something. It's not good news. We want to talk about...
No good news on Good News Girls?
What are we going to talk about? It's a controversial opinion.
Okay, let's get to it.
Parents,
I'm a parent.
you need to stop. This year, it's not cool to check your kids' Halloween candy and give it back to them, and all the good stuff is missing. Because every time my parents checked my Halloween candy, how come all of the Reese's peanut butter cups miraculously had drugs in them? Riddle me that. I have not forgotten. Dana, Tom.
Love your parents?
Yeah. Dana and Tom, you're in big trouble. And every year there's all these Facebook posts about check your kids for Halloween, or check your Halloween candy for drugs. That's fine. But if there's no drugs in the candy, you give it back to them. Stop it.
It's true. It is true.
And quit saying candy corn isn't good, because it is.
Yeah, you know, when I was trick-or-treating last week at the campground, I had found Funfetti. Okay, I'm a big Funfetti person. Funfetti candy corn.
That sounds good.
It's so good. And everybody was like, ew, that's wax. That tastes like wax. Have you ever tried it? No.
You
Don't
mix
call
it
it wax.
With peanuts?
Yeah, it's like a payday. I bet the Funfetti's really good.
It is.
But yeah, I agree with you. If you don't have drugs on the candies, get it back to the kids.
Yeah, give them their Reese's cups back. Stop it. Go to the Walmart and buy your own Reese's cups. If they're
Hershey
old enough to
bars.
understand, don't take the Reese's cups.
Don't take your kids' candy this year. Give it back, Alex
Give it
says.
back. We're taking back Halloween.
We are taking back Halloween for the kids.
Okay, well,
Sorry we didn't have good news today. But it was good. It was good. It was good to talk about this.
I had to get it off my chest.
Well, sometimes that's what happens at Good News Girls.
Yeah. Okay, y'all have a good day. Bye.
This is gonna make a lot of people sad, and probably some happy, but I can't worry about that now. I quit. Fine, call me a quitter. I don't care. I just can't do this anymore. I've changed. You're not to blame. I'm just not the same person you knew before. So, not to be rude at all, but I'm done trying to live up to your expectations and down to them. Basically, I quit being bound to them. I quit following everyone's opinion of what's right for me. I quit holding myself back, living emotionally trapped, and not being who I'd like to be. I quit being loyal to these negative thoughts that have never been useful. I quit letting the guilt of my past get in my path and deprive me of a beautiful future. I quit letting people who have proven it they don't really care about me get to me. I quit hanging out with friends who on most days I couldn't tell you if they're friends or enemies, draining my energy. I quit letting society's expectations and timetables pressure me, direct my destiny and stress me. I quit forgiving everyone else in the whole world accept me. I quit wanting the cool kids to accept me. I quit not saying what's on my mind at important times, letting fear come near and suppress me. I quit being so emotionally tied to the likes and shares of people I barely know online. I quit self-doubt and self-sabotage. I quit being a screw-up and a gonna-doer. I quit sleepwalking through life instead of living my dreams. I quit waiting for ducks to line up instead of spreading my wings. I quit not giving 100%. I quit dimming my light so that others won't have to squint. I quit peer pressure and people pleasing. I quit the prison of perfection. I quit the fear of failure and the fear of success. I quit hesitation, desperation, expectations, devastations. I quit. And no, I don't have a 2-week notice, so please accept this as my letter of resignation. I know it seems sudden, but trust me, it has been a long time coming. But now, my time here's up. Oh, but don't worry. I'm grateful for the experience, and I have an amazing new life lined up. I quit. Hey guys, now that you know what...
This morning, as I got up and grabbed my Morning 5 planner, I read these words. It says, be kind, be thoughtful, be genuine, but most of all, be thankful. This was a quote that was sitting at the top of the page, and the quote was submitted by Betty Smith. Betty Smith is my grandmother and one of the most impactful people in my life. There was a time where I was sitting at the table with Betty Smith and a girlfriend that I had at the time. This was in the season of my life where I was going in and out of jail, and I was on my way to homelessness. And I was sitting at the table, and my grandmother, who was married to my grandfather for 49 years, I looked my grandmother in the eyes and I said, Grandma, tell this woman right here that she's lucky to have me. Because I really didn't understand. I didn't understand why my girlfriend and I our relationship was so tumultuous, on again, off again. I thought I was just the greatest thing ever. And my grandma looked me straight in the eye, and she said, why would this woman right here want to commit her life to you? And I was like, wait a minute, Grandma, hold up, man. You my grandma. You're supposed to be on my side. She was like, look, dude, you can't hold down a job. You're in and out of jail. You don't even have your own car. You ain't got no money. Why would this woman right here want to dedicate her life to you? What are you going to do to secure her? What are you going to do? And my grandma, she punched me in the face that day, right? Like it was a straight up wake up call. When grandma hits you like that, that's a straight up wake up call. And then my grandma said this. This is what she said to me. She said, you need to become a man that a woman would want to spend their life with. One that she can be proud of. Last night, my wife quit. She has been in the role of controller for our company as we've grown and scaled over these last 4 years. And she's done an amazing job, like an unbelievable job of balancing all the things, right? She's been balancing our home and making sure that looks like what the vision that she has for herself and for our kids. She's been balancing homeschooling all of the children, right? Homeschooling 7 little babies. She's been doing all of that and the accounting and finance side of a multi-million-dollar business. that originally it was just her and I selling some t-shirts. I'm just saying, it happened so fast. But my wife has been balancing all of that. And now that it's grown so big, for the health and benefit of the company, my wife is handing over that role. Like, it's too important of a role to be a part-time job. It requires full-time, and it has required full-time work from her, and her full-time working in our business does not align with our core values. It doesn't. That is not what we said we were going to build. For my wife to be full-time in the business, that was never supposed to be the case, right? We agreed early in our marriage, and still agree to this day, that my wife, her full-time job is our home, and her full-time job is our kids. She finds purpose and joy in being a full-time mom, a full-time wife. Like, that's where she finds purpose and joy. That's where she's at her best, right? My wife is, she's what they call a Proverbs 31 woman, right? Generous, virtuous, hardworking, noble, clothed with dignity, loving, all of those things. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. She is not the controller of a multi-million-dollar business. That's not her purpose. That's not her joy. Right? And so my wife feels whole when she's walking in her purpose, just like you and just like me. So last night, my wife quit. As we did an audit and looked at it, she was like, nope, wait a minute. I'm out. And we discussed it. And we figured out what our game plan and strategy is going to be moving forward. And then right before my wife fell asleep last night, right before she fell asleep, we were laying there. She turned her head on the pillow and she looked at me and she said, I'm proud of you, honey. She said, I'm proud of you, honey. Become a man that she can be proud of. Those were the words my grandma whispered into me. You see, many of you are one decision away. Your current operating system has gotten you this far. But listen to me, there's more there. You see, God called you. He birthed you. He birthed you as his child to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not an average version, not an above average version, not a below average version, but the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. You see, God is calling you to be someone that you can be proud of. And so this morning, I just wanted to share that with you, because there might be some things that you need to quit in your life. There might need to be some decisions that you've made along the way, that ultimately when you do an audit, you notice or you realize that, hey, wait a minute, I might not be walking in what brings me purpose and joy. I may have gotten off the beaten path. My intention was this originally, but things have changed, and my goodness, it goes so fast, and I haven't had the time to really take a look. But if you take the time and take a look, you might just find that your current operating system needs an update, or it's out of date, or it needs an upgrade or a defrag or some sort of realignment. Because my friends, I tell you, when you walk in purpose with God in the center, when you walk in faith and understanding, there's nowhere to go but up. What we've been able to build in the last 4 years, I can clearly state right here for the record, we've been able to grow and expand at the pace that we have, at the record breakneck pace that we've had, because we constantly go back to our core values and make sure every decision we make is aligned with that which we feel we are called. And I challenge you to do the same. Listen, friends, I love you. I do. If nobody's told you that yet today, I absolutely stinking love you. And it is out of love. I challenge you to walk in your purpose. It matters, not just for you and those around you, but ultimately, I believe that as you become the best version of you, it helps me become the best version of me. And all together, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I'm going to head on over to Clubhouse. We can talk about this a little bit more over there. If you're watching the replay, we have motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations over on Breakfast with Champions until 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, so you can join us over there. We also have a Facebook community. If you're not a part of that GM3X Facebook community, look it up. Come join us over there. But most importantly, have an amazing day. I'll be back again tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again on GM3X. Have an incredible day.
You're not so far away. I saw you not so long ago. Was it just yesterday? Got that old feeling that I know. In the dark of the night, I'll be alright. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. The sun will of messages overtaking what I know. A war is a whisper, and it's coming for my soul. In the dark of the night, I can see the light. The sun will arise. The sun will arise. Set me free. I was searching for someone to fight for me. I'll remember it's your light that shines on me. I won't be afraid, I will look to the light. I will not be shaken, I know it will be alright. 'Cause you're with me, I know that the sun will rise.